So I'm going to be going a little more in depth into the analysis of our form and what we could change to it. And I'll be comparing it to this picture we found. This is probably the most standard, ideal lunge form I could find. There's not really like professional lungers or like high-level athletes that train specifically to be really good at the lunge. So there weren't like people we could find that are vastly different from our form. I'll start with Jordan's differences. So you notice Jordan's torso is leaning a little too far forward. You want to be straight up. This guy's pretty straight up at the hip. He has a nice 90-degree angle here with that leg, and then this leg is pretty straight up. Jordan's here. He's leaning a little forward. He needs to be a little more straight up. You'll notice too, this guy's hips are a little lower to the ground, making this leg go more straight out. Jordan's is more angled downward. His knee angle is pretty good. You want to be at about 90, and that's mainly determined on where you place your knee over your foot. Ideally, it's over the ankle, but it can also be over the toes. That works, just as long as you're not in front of the toes. So he's got a good knee angle here. I don't see much problem with that. Back leg is pretty good too. And then moving on down to the ankle, his front ankle looks fine. His back, however, that foot needs to be more vertical from like toe to heel. He's got it actually rotated a little out, kind of moving in the frontal plane, which that's not a position you want it to be in. This guy here, very straight up, much more preferred. And it is kind of a sharp angle too, so moving his back foot back a little more would help. Moving on to my lunge, starting at the torso again. I'm also leaning forward just a little too much. I could be straighter up, just like this. In terms of my knee, I am pushing it a little more. My knee's right over my toes. Any further would be bad. You want ideally to be over your ankle, so I should be moving this foot out a little more to get more of a 90-degree angle at my knee. You can see the angle here is very sharp. Same with the back leg here. It's a sharper angle. If I move my foot out more, it'll be a more desirable angle at the knee. So in terms of my ankle position, I think that's mainly determined on the knee. If I correct my knee to be more over my ankle, this sharp angle won't be as sharp. It'll be more of a 90. Same with the back here. In terms of analyzing the risks, I don't think there's any major injury risks except maybe Jordan's back ankle here, especially if he's bearing weight. Say he's got a barbell on his back, he's doing a heavy barbell lunge. That would be very compromising, and he'd need to correct that before doing something like that. Our posture could benefit from being more straight up. This could also kind of have negative effects if we consistently do this on our posture and our back. But knee and ankle, both of us could probably widen our stances, move our front and back feet a little wider away from our midline.